What is up, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of the only podcast in the world that combines all the grit of Formula One and all the iron of American football. It's the Gridiron Podcast coming at you for episode 101. We've done 100 of these episodes. It's taken us dang near 4 years, countless mental breakdowns, meetings, and just a bunch of times that we've
It
decided.
feels like it's been 300.
Yeah, it's even more. But we're here at episode 101. If you didn't join us for episode 100, this is going to be the episode where we celebrate hitting the century mark. Before we do, some real quick housekeeping rules or just some quick updates because we do talk about Formula One and football on this podcast. So, quick update for the Formula One side of our audience. The Miami Grand Prix happened. Kimi Antonelli won. McLaren scored a double podium, and then McLaren also went 1 and 2 in the sprint race, and they now look like they have the second fastest car on the grid. Did I get everything? Is that pretty much everything we need to get caught up with Formula One?
Yeah. Red Bull's car is a little bit faster too. Which yay Red Bull.
Yay, Red Bull.
It's a little bit faster, but like you were complaining at how slow it was at the end of the race, and mainly that was because Max was on hard tires.
Because Max is on ancient tires.
Exactly. Miami did give us a good race though. First time we've really had a good race at Miami. Was it track specific? I don't know. It's because they tweaked the regulations a little bit. I guess we'll see.
Good
We
is
still have
subjective.
another. Right, we still have another 17, possibly 18 races left to go in the season if Turkey gets added to the calendar. But that's neither here nor there because this is episode, as I said, 101 of the Gridiron Podcast. Tonight is all just going to be about us celebrating this century mark that we've hit. It's going to be about you, the viewer, the listener who has been along for us on this ride. We put it out to you. What do you want to see on this episode? What questions do you want to ask us? It's kind of like a mailbag episode. A couple of you reached out to us, so we will be answering your questions and just kind of allowing the hilarity to ensue over the next hour or so. First off, though, you can hit us up in the chat tonight if you would like to join in on the fun for episode 101.
And for
Nick,
those of you not watching, I think the visual is really important that Sean is wearing a McLaren t-shirt and not a
Yes.
suit jacket, but in fact a tuxedo jacket. So
I'm wearing a
Special
tuxedo
occasion.
jacket, and not just any McLaren t-shirt, but a Lando Norris World Championship t-shirt. I am deep in the celebrations tonight, my friends. But as always, you can hit us up on Twitch or on YouTube, chime in on the chat. Nick will read them out for us, put them up on screen, and we will answer your questions. You don't even need to ask us anything. You can just chime in, and we would love to hear from you. You can also hit us up on Instagram. We are on IG at GridironPod, and then we're on TikTok at the.gridiron.podcast. And you can also email us, which is how a couple of you reached out for this episode 101 mailbag. Where can they email us, Katie?
at the Gridiron Podcast 3, that's the Gridiron Podcast 3
Damn
those
other
other two.
at gmail.com.
two. Good mail.
And
Good morning.
obviously,
I gotta
don't
check the good mail.
Type out. Obviously, don't type out "damn those other two" because we don't have that domain. I don't want to
I
know
think
who does
that
have that
breaks the
domain.
character limit on how long your email can be.
I wonder if someone does have that domain on Gmail, like the Gridiron Podcast 3, damn those other two at gmail.com.
We should get it and then just have it
Probably
redirect.
just have it. Redirect all of our emails.
We could be
I
missing
get it.
so many emails on that account.
I'll get it put on a plaque and just hang it behind me. Logan's chiming in already. Hello, Logan. Thank you for
Hi,
kicking
Logan,
off the
friend of the
participation
show.
in the chat. He said, I was hoping for Sean in a tux. Full
Logan,
tux.
I came.
Full tuxedo.
You never go full tux.
I've got the shirt up in my closet, but I'm also just wearing some khaki shorts as well. So, I mean,
What a vision.
it's business up top, party down low. That's kind of how I'm rolling tonight in the Gridiron
Careful.
podcast.
Careful.
We keep it at least PG-13.
He's
here,
wearing a
Nick.
balkini, folks.
And if for some reason you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. And please tune in again one more time. Give us one more shot because this
Yeah,
one-
definitely. I promise you.
Yeah, I have a feeling
promise you-
this is actually going to lead to a spin-off podcast in which we do nothing about sports and we just
But we
bullshit
just-
the entire time.
I feel like that's what half of our episodes kind of divulge into anyway. We
It's
do
true.
talk about
That's true.
Formula One and football on this podcast. We're talking about neither tonight. Well, I mean, we kind of will because we got some good questions in the mailbag, starting with our good buddy Logan. Do you have those Can we bring those questions up, or do you just want me to read them
No,
out?
I can do that on the fly. Hold on 1 second here. Just continue talking and vamping and doing everything. By the way, those of you who are watching on YouTube and you see me keep looking to my right, it's because the genius trio that you're watching on screen decided to schedule our episode 101 live stream during game 2 of Cavs Pistons. And I am very much having a hard time splitting my attention between the two. I'm going to do my best, but if you continuously see me looking that way, I will be pissed off. The Cavs are down 7 after 1 quarter. I'm already enraged by what Kenny Atkinson has done with the rotation. So just don't be surprised if you just see me randomly going, God damn it, because I get pissed off during Cavs games. Just let
I
me know.
don't think
Can you
I
please
don't
keep
think
us
we're going to
updated?
be.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Sean.
No, I was going to say I don't think we're going to be streaming for this long. But like, if we do, when we get to the end of the game and the Cavs hit a game winner, you're going to be like that sports anchor back in the day when the Cavs won that one game over Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals. You're just like, Cavs win!
Yeah, the LeBron
Like
buzzer
live
beater
on air?
at the
Yeah.
top of the arc with like 0.9 seconds left. Yeah, I will. I'll take my shirt off, give the people what they want. I'll run around the
Prove
room. I don't
it.
give a damn. All right, I got him.
All right, cool. We got the questions. Logan, our good buddy, longtime listener, first-time emailer, sent us some questions for the mailbag, and Logan wants to know, as we bring these up on.
Sorry, I'm trying to make it. There we go. There you
Here
go.
we go. For our F1 topic, what midfield driver do you think could one day become world champion? That's a great question, Logan. I think it's definitely Valtteri Bottas. I'm kidding. Katie, I'm gonna go with you on this one. What's your answer for this one?
My first gut instinct is if he was in the sport, this would have been my answer, but he's not anymore. Nikita Mazepin.
For those that don't know, Nikita Mazepin is a Russian oligarch nepo baby who found his way into an F1 seat for one season, and his nickname was Mazospin.
Give
And
him a
there's a
Google.
reason why. Yeah, just give him a Google. He also did some stuff outside of the sport that's definitely not okay. Aside from being the son
Don't
of
look
a
up his
Russian
dad.
natural gas oligarch, but there's some other stuff behind the scenes. Just not a good
fine.
dude
It's fine.
overall. It's fine. It's fine.
My real answer, my gut when I read this question told me Alex Albon or Pierre Gasly. And both of them I would have liked to see in a different situation than the RB2 where nobody could do anything. And both of them also, I'm out of breath. I'm so excited by this episode already. Both of them, they had such a short leash with Red Bull. And I was yearning so much to see more. And they had so many, like Alex especially felt like he kept having moments where he was getting close and then something happened and it went off the rails. So those are the two that I would like to think that would, if given a chance, like in a McLaren of last year, would not run away with it, but kind of run away. Also,
like
and
that.
a lot of people heading into this season were like, oh, Carlos Sainz is going to wipe the floor with Alex Albon. It's like, that's just not really how
no.
it works with like moving to a completely different car setup. But then also it's like, no, Alex was kind of kicking Carlos's ass for the first bit. So yeah, those are my two answers. I would say Alex or Pierre Gasly.
Nick?
Okay, so I'm torn because I wanted to go Sainz, but I feel like that's cheating because he was, with Ferrari before, so like he doesn't really qualify as a technical like midfield driver. So I'm gonna dig deeper here, and I'm gonna go Ollie freaking Behrman.
Hell
took my
yeah.
answer.
I
You
love
took
that
my
answer.
answer.
Yeah, that's the problem
That's
with
a good
going
one.
out of or going in order in your last, Sean.
Yeah, it
Guess you
really
shouldn't have worn your tuxedo jacket for me to steal your answers. Yeah, I just think that he drives really well. He's consistently piloting that Haas car to a higher level than we really expected given the machinery. And I think that one day he'll make the leap to one of the bigger teams and really make an impact, make a dent in the field, and potentially win a championship one day.
My answer is simple. Again, he's not in the sport anymore, but if he was, Logan Sargent. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what we call a pivot on the fly.
As the Cavs say, let him heckin' know. And Logan Sargent
him
would let him
heckin'
heckin' know. No, my answer was Ollie Behrman too, because his first race in the sport was filling in for Carlos Sainz, who had an appendectomy in Saudi Arabia, and he fills in brilliantly, comes in P12 in a Ferrari car that really wasn't that good that year, that competitive. So I'm going to go Ollie Behrman. The way he has absolutely driven that Haas car, especially this season, he is clearly the better driver over Esteban Ocon, who, if you can believe it, has now been in Formula One for a decade. Like, can you? Yeah, Katie, your face says it all. Like,
My
can you wrap
concept
your
of
head?
time is so skewed since
Right.
COVID, and then I hear things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean he hasn't been in there for 5
He-
seasons?
He has been in this sport for a decade. He was in the sport the last time there were 11 teams on the grid back in 2016. He has like the if the question was, Logan, who are some drivers on the grid that don't deserve to be on the grid anymore? I'm going to put Esteban Ocon as one of those drivers. Yes, he does have one race win, but it's like, are we really
That's a lot
counting
of
that as a
anger
race
issues.
win? Are we really counting that as a race win on
Yeah,
a rain-soaked Hungaro ring? But yeah, my answer would have to be Ollie. I think, Katie, to your point, I think, unfortunately, the sport has kind of passed Carlos and Alex by. Like, just where they are in their careers, they're not going to get another shot at a big team, I don't think. At least a big team where they have a shot to win a World Drivers' Championship with that team. Like, they could go be maybe a number 2 driver there, but it will be understood that you are the support driver. You are our Valtteri Bottas for our Lewis Hamilton. You are whoever we're throwing up next to Max Verstappen. Like, this is your role with that team. So I don't think, are they talented? Yeah, absolutely. I think they're great drivers, but like, I think they're great for where they are, honestly. Could they both go drive a
Yeah.
Ferrari in a support role? Sure. McLaren, sure. Mercedes, yeah. But a world champion, I don't know. There's younger guys, there's faster guys. I think just the grid has kind of passed them by. I would also say my other answer would be Fernando Alonso.
Oh, hell yeah. Well,
If you put him in that
He's already world
Mercedes right
champion.
now, well, I know, but I'm just saying, if you put him in that Mercedes right now, we might be looking at like a 44-year-old Fernando
This
Alonso.
this is why I get so freaking pissed off at Red Bull and their insistence on promoting internally when they could go get a driver like him, throw him in the second car, and just let him go to work. Like, I know they tailor that car to Max, but it's just like, increase your chances of team success, for God's sake.
He has never lost out in qualifying to Lance Stroll. Ever. He's going into what, his like 3rd season with this team?
Sean, if you had a dog and you raced your dog against a 3-legged dog, would you ever expect your dog to lose that race?
and the dog
all I'm
is also
saying
a
is-
Nepo baby, a
Yeah,
Nepo
but-
puppy.
Every once in a while,
puppy.
a 3-legged dog wins a race or finds a bone, or I don't know what the analogy is.
Squirrel
but,
finds a
like
nut, yeah.
once you got to beat him just once. That car
Yeah.
is just dog crap, and you're
Speaking
telling
of
me
drivers that shouldn't
he
be on the
can't.
grid.
Right.
I want to touch on one thing you said about Williams, Sean, about their chance to move to a big team. I think for both Alex and Carlos, their shot of driving for a big team was Williams hoping they would step up to be one of the big dogs. And
And it looks
especially
like they were.
And it looked like they were, especially last year where they mailed it directly in, being like, we are focusing ahead to the new regulations. And then we see them with the new regulations and we're like,
You sure about that?
you sure about that?
Did you
Break everything.
Anyways, there was a world where they could, if everything did go according to plan, and then they were acquiring for seasons all of these people from different teams, that was their shot for both of them to be the big dogs if the team became one with them already driving.
They do not have that dog in them right now. Williams, it does not have that dog in them.
By the way, Katie, to explain what Sean referenced, which is let him hecking know, the Cavs playoff slogan this year is let him know with asterisk, all these asterisks
know
and
what
the
you
Cavs
mean, Cavs.
C in the middle,
Wink,
which
wink.
stands for let him fucking know. So there you go.
Yeah, I was the one that
Wait
created
a minute.
the
Wait a minute.
joke.
Hold.
I
hold-
came
hold-
up with
hold-
heckin'.
Hold the flag up again, Nick. Is the C in the correct spot?
Yes.
Are there enough dashes to spell
Yes.
out the F dash 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 word?
Ready?
You mean
Here we
the
go.
Oh my gosh.
H-E.
That is-
F-U-C-K. There it is.
That
Yep.
is brilliant marketing.
I know,
The fact
I
that
know.
they put the C in the exact
So-
spot.
so
where
I
it would
went to
appear.
game
Either
one.
hecking or
Yes. So I went to game 1 against the Raptors, and then I was, had a nice little buzz afterward. We were walking about downtown, and they have it painted on the sidewalks. And I looked down and I was like, "Yeah, let them know. I don't know why they put all those asterisks in there." My buddy's like, "Dude, it's let them fucking know." And I was like, "Oh my!" Indiana Jones moment. I was like, "Oh my god, that's genius!"
For those that don't know, that's a reference to the time. How many weeks were we into the last season?
I think it was
where-
week 7.
Yeah, it was
week
week
7
7.
or 8. Yeah, week 7, where Daniel
Long
Jones
enough.
is like in the MVP conversation, and he's being nicknamed Indiana Jones, and we're making fun of it. And Nick's like, "Oh my god, I just got the reference. It's because he plays in Indiana, and they're oh my god."
No, I got the Indiana part. I didn't. Well, no, actually, no, I didn't. Never mind.
No, you didn't get any of it, Nick. And every
I know the
single one of
movie.
us were like, yeah, we got that the very first time we heard that.
I'm an idiot. What I lack in hair, I also lack in common sense and brains.
That was
And
one of
then-
my favorite Nick moments of our 100 episodes.
And then we had another one last week, but we weren't actually on the podcast or on the stream yet. We were in the waiting room, and Katie and I were talking about the series between the Tampa Bay Lightning and Montreal Canadiens, and we were talking about the Habs, Les Habitants, and Nick was like, "Oh, it just clicked, Habs, inhabitants." Yes, I don't blame him so much for that one, because if you don't follow hockey that much, and you're like, why do they call them the Habs? I don't know. Why they call Virginia the Who's? I don't know.
Yeah,
Just made
yeah,
up.
okay.
Amazing,
Thank you so much. I appreciate your understanding on that one. I do. But if I do actually find the inner desire within me tomorrow or late tonight, maybe I'll splice in some of those moments into the show and make it extra special for the viewers and the listeners.
If we have access,
Wonderful.
you know what I would love to splice in? Where I, without consent, became a co-host of the Gridiron podcast. But that would have to be digging into the Sean and
Katie.
Shook podcast.
Katie, I got an external hard drive right here that's got everything on it. It's got all the dark secrets on. Don't you worry. I'll pull it. I'll pull it. We'll get there.
Backstory on that
I
one.
should have requested this earlier so we could have watched it live together, but that will be a fun one to go over in post.
The predecessor
haven't
of this
watched
podcast, the Sean and Shook podcast. Nick just texted me one day and was like, "Hey, I'm inviting this radio broadcaster from
This wonderfully talented and
Vancouver,
beautiful woman.
and she's gonna join us for this episode because she's a big F1 fan and she covers the NFL." I'm like, "All right, cool, awesome." And like during the episode, he's like, "Awesome." He's like, "Co-host, our new co-host, Katie." I was blindsided by that too, Katie.
Me too.
Like, you
and
thought
I was
you
like,
were Shanghai?
we'll talk about this off air. Like, did you just sign me up for a podcast without consent?
And
And
she's
also,
still here.
the narrator needs to come in there and go, she has never, in fact, lived in Vancouver. But that's okay.
Oh, sorry. Well, you were on Sports Talk Radio.
I
in
think that's what I
Vancouver.
was doing, Vancouver radio. You're right.
Yes. Okay.
From Kimberley, British Columbia.
It was 4 years ago. Give me a break.
Also, I think it would be good to tell people that are newer listeners or don't know the context of, like, how do you guys know each other? Because before the Gridiron podcast that we are now on 101, how many episodes was the Sean and Shook podcast? And then it
God.
eventually became the Sean and Shook podcast featuring Katie Caldwell, which turns out was a tiny bit wordy. But we
don't
still
say.
did. I bet
I don't
that,
know.
like 20 or 30.
I don't know, Katie.
And
I think I'm 0 for 2 when it comes to branding because this one's really hard to find in SEO too.
I think it was like 80 or some episodes where Nick and I literally
I
just
can tell you
we,
right now.
we even did.
Go to the tapes.
I remember I did like a cocktail of the week segment. We had my buddy back in Fort Myers, Andrew McDivitt. He would do
Oh, yeah.
a gambling segment. Like we had some stuff. 80 some episodes. It was a while ago now. And then I love
74.
Holy
74.
shit.
I was close. Okay. I just love that when Katie officially came on the podcast, or unofficially, I don't know. Our logo was just a picture, a silhouette of a picture Nick and I took in college after we had a few too many at a Penn State bar. And he just wrote like in glitter or like with like word art on the logo with Katie Caldwell. It was like sparkly red glitter, like, and Katie Caldwell.
It was giving like Microsoft Paint, and I mean that in the best way possible because I yearn of bad AI. I yearn for the days of Microsoft Paint slop.
So for those that don't know, Nick and I, we met in college, freshman year at Kent State University, which shall never, ever be taken away from us, ever. I'm talking to you, Ohio voters.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Don't vote for that jackass who wants to close universities in Ohio as a means of saving
If
money.
you want to close Akron, I understand that, but not.
Yeah, they're
Kent
hurting
State.
financially. Don't
Yes.
close the largest employer in Portage County.
Like it's the third largest school in Ohio. Yeah, close that one because that makes sense. Either way, Nick and I met freshman year at Kent State University. We were working for Black Squirrel Radio, the student media radio station on campus, and it was the start of the Kent State basketball season, and they were playing. Oh, what was the tournament called, Nick? I know you remember this. It was at Cleveland State. They were playing Iona.
The World Vision Classic.
That was it. The World Vision Classic. And we had to drive up to Cleveland, and our sports director at Black Squirrel Radio, Eddie Kilroy, said, "Who wants to go to Cleveland to cover this game?" And I shot my hand up, and he's like, "Okay, do you have a car?" And then I shot my hand down. And Nick was like, "I have a car." And he's like, "All right, you two go together to Cleveland." And we drove up to Cleveland in Nick's, just beat up 90 95 Honda Civic.
You had a Honda
not-
Civic too?
First off, it was a
Hell
99
yeah.
Civic with 125,000 miles on it when I bought it and a slipping transmission that I had to replace. It had two 10-inch subwoofers in the back, and the idiot, just a young kid who owned it before me, replaced the entire tachometer, like the speedometer and everything else, with a custom one that was backlit in blue, which was super cool. Alpine, sorry, there's the brand Alpine deck in the stereo that you can removable faceplate. Everything was great, except then the right window died, water leaked in, all the electronics on the right side died. My door speakers I replaced, one wasn't working as a result of that. Bad tires made it shake above 65 miles an hour. Sean experienced that on that drive up to
Katie,
Cleveland.
when his car got, I don't want to say it was 65. I want to say when it got over like 55,
I
the
will go with
whole
that.
floor would shake so violently that I put my feet, I kid you not, like kind of like
Fred
almost like they were
Flintstoning?
in like almost like they were in like stirrups, like
Yep.
just hovering above his floor because I
does Sean
thought
know
the
about
bottom of
stirrups?
that car was going to fall out from under me on the highway.
Yeah. And the
Oh
final
my
death
God.
blow was a faulty fuel injector that mechanics couldn't fix and caused my car to just completely stop accelerating and basically turn off on the highway. Somehow I sold that thing for $2,500 on a trade-in for a truck.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
and
I
by the
wanna
way-
I wanna hold here for a bit. This is fun. Sean, what was your first car?
Katie, I told you this. In the waiting room, that's a security question for like my
Oh
bank
right!
account,
Oh my
so I'm
god,
not
that's
gonna
so
tell you
funny.
that.
Oh my god, that is so funny. We were making all these jokes about questions being sent in. We're like, some of these are giving security questions. I'm like, are we gonna get our identity
I
stolen?
literally said
and then
like, oh,
you
yeah, my
cited
security
that one,
question
and I'm
is
like,
this,
Sean, do
and
I have
my
a question
first
for you?
car.
First, mother's maiden name. Second, wait. Third, what is
First
your
pet's
social
name.
insurance
Where were
number?
you born? Best friend's last name. By the way, for that, speaking of that logo, I found it. Here it is.
With Katie Caldwell.
Oh my god! Look at that art.
Nick has hair.
You know what I did with
That's
this? This
how
is
you
before
know
I had
this was a long
Photoshop.
time ago.
I took that photo, I filtered it in Instagram, and then I used Instagram to put the Sean Shook podcast, and that was it. That was the whole thing right there.
We were
That is gorgeous.
quite a few drinks deep outside in State College, Pennsylvania. and
God,
we
I wish I had that video
recorded
right now.
Some sort of like Snapchat video where we were just on the sidewalk, like, I'm Sean Barry. I'm Nick Shook, and this is Black Squirrel Radio. And I'm like, what are we doing?
No, it's Friday Football Frenzy.
Oh, Friday Football Frenzy. That's right. Our award-winning high school highlight show from college.
National award-winning high school football
Best
highlights show.
sportscast in the nation, according to the College Media Association.
Yeah, take that, OU. Katie, what was your
Walter
first car
Cronkite
since
School
we're
of
here?
Journalism. Who?
Oh, my first car, and I can say this because I haven't used it as any security questions. Mine was a 1988 Volvo 240DL. Sick car. And it's funny, Nick, that you were talking about an Alpine deck because right away, my inner child just started crying. I had a Kenwood deck because I was poor.
Ah,
And I was
yes!
so jealous of all my friends that had an Alpine deck, which is so funny because remember the days where it's like, oh, somebody's going to steal my deck. So
Yeah,
you
I gotta
bring
take my
it with you.
faceplate off. Yeah, put it
And
in your
I was
pocket.
one of those losers, but everyone was, where my car was worth like $10. But then I had like the sub and the amp, and I would
yeah,
drive around
same.
my stupid Volvo with the
blaring
like,
music. The rear view mirror stick. My little sisters who are 8, 11 years younger than me, I'd pick them up from like elementary school, and my youngest sister would make a habit of passing out in my back seat because the vibrations of the subs would literally lull her to sleep. She remembers those fondly, by the way. She still talks about that.
That's so funny.
All right,
And
let's
then
get
I
on to
went
our
into a Civic, Nick. That was my next car. So
Civic Gang. Civic
Civic
Gang. From there, I
Gang.
went to a Nissan Frontier, first of 3 Frontiers I had. Let's go to question number 2 from Logan. Although, let's see, we have some chat.
long story long on
participants.
question 1.
Yeah. Big B, by the way,
with us
says,
on
I'm
this
in my
one."
mom's car. Vroom, vroom.
Hell
What
yeah,
kind of
Big
car
B.
is it, Big B?
Unless it's a security question, then you don't have to tell
Yeah,
us.
then you don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us. By the way, thank you, Big B, for continuing your sub. On Twitch, 16 months in a row. If I was streaming college football or anything else right now, I'd play some lights behind me, but I'm not. All right,
One
question
of our most
number...
loyal podcast viewers and listeners.
A hero,
think.
a true hero. Number 2, also from Logan. This is an NFL question. He says, how do you see A.J. Brown fitting in with Drake May? Under the assumption that the Patriots acquire A.J. Brown via trade, the trade that everybody expects to happen as soon as we get to June 1st, and it's no longer a massive cap hit for the Philadelphia Eagles. So I guess I'll take the lead here. I think that AJ Brown is a dynamic player who is a big-time weapon who has not been used properly by the Eagles over the last 2 seasons, and I think he'll be fantastic in that offense if that coaching staff is still intact by
You
the
don't
time
think Josh
we get to
Grizzard could do
September.
wonders with him in Philadelphia, Nick?
Why, Nick? What happened?
I'm not going to get into that.
I think okay. I think if allegedly AJ Brown does go to New England, I think it would actually be a really good fit with Drake May. Obviously, the young up and coming quarterback just took his team that wasn't supposed to be in the Super Bowl to the Super Bowl. I think AJ Brown would fit with the Pats, like I don't know, Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini would get along.
Moving on.
Moving on. Logan, I think that is a good question.
I had to do it. Come on.
I love that it was you and it wasn't me. I feel like for some reason I've been the most responsible on the podcast so far, and I need to pat myself in the back for that because that will not last much longer. I like the fit for Drake May because he's still really young, and I think it's easy to forget that because they went all the way to the Super Bowl. But I was looking at my notes heading into the season last year, back in the days when I was gainfully employed covering the NFL. So it was relevant that I needed to learn a bunch of these things, and I looked around at different rankings of wide receiver rooms, and a lot of articles that I saw, people had the Patriots around 30. So they didn't go into the season like, oh man, they are stacked at receiver. And for them to go as far as they did, and then you add someone like AJ Brown where you can trust him. Like that's someone that you can put in,
Yep.
you can trust, you know that you're going to have a number 1 receiver, and then defenses are going to have to plan for that differently than you do for like a Keyshawn Boutte or someone like that. So I think especially with
Stephon
like,
Diggs.
yeah. Do
Different
I
player.
think that receiver was necessarily the issue when I'm looking at the left side of that line? But it helps to get a big player like that. And I think AJ Brown is someone you can trust. And I think it's just going to be a net positive. I don't see a world where it's not.
No.
To what you said though, Nick, again, jokes aside, we do now have to look at this as what will this organization kind of look like?
They're in
How
a messy
many
situation
more-
right now.
How many more TMZ articles or videos can come out where Mike Vrabel is still the head coach of the New England Patriots? That is a serious question that you do have to ask. I know it's a messy situation, but we do have to ask ourselves, hey, is the Super Bowl not winning? Is the Super Bowl coaching staff that took them there last year, is it going to be intact? Not only is it going to be intact, are the players going to be responding to it as much as they were last year? I think that's also a big question too, because when you have a guy that says, I went into that locker room and I talked to them man to man, and then more rumors and storylines come out, you then have players that are going to look at you maybe differently. I'm not in the locker room, but it is just human nature to say, I don't know about you, man. I don't know about you. And you respond to either motivation differently, you respond to just the person differently. So I think that is something that you do have to consider at some point. But as far as the AJ Brown comment goes, yeah, I think he would be a great addition to the Pats, and would solve a lot of their problems on offense.
I'm a cynic, and I'm going to say that this is not, unless something absolutely explosive were to come out, this is not going to affect them, and they're all going to move on. Big B got into the
Agree,
chat.
disagree.
Whether that's right or not is a different conversation, but I'm just telling you as a cynic, I think that's probably what's
Totally.
going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Big B got back in the chat and he said, Romeo Dobbs greater than AJ Brown. Romeo Dobbs, former Packer, now a member of the New England Patriots. I really like their receiving core overall. So I think
That's a good point.
adding AJ Brown would only make them better. But I agree with you, Katie. I think their offensive line was a big. Well, I mean, look, Will Campbell. I've said it since he was coming out of college. He's a better guard than a tackle, and eventually they drafted Caleb Lomu. Maybe they move Campbell to guard and fix that situation. Generally,
What do we got going on, Nick? What do we got going on? What's happening?
The Cavaliers are down 9, and if they don't make a bucket in, hold on, let's get to the third question first. Let's stay on track just for a second here. We have our third question from Logan, trying to pace this as properly as possible. He says, "P.S. When is my pod invite coming? Must be lost in the mail. Talk soon."
The talk soon was very funny to me.
Talk
I was
soon.
going to say,
It's like-
is the
I look
talk
forward to
soon-
hearing from you.
That's like
yeah.
hope you're well.
Yeah. Best regards. Now, was it talk soon or was it talk soon?
Talk soon.
It felt
Talk
the
soon.
like the latter, and I have a lot of respect for that.
Was it like threatening? Like, I don't know.
You know what?
Logan?
Let's make a
that's
deal.
actually
Let's make a deal with him right now. When the Patriots acquire AJ Brown, the next podcast we do after that, we'll have you on.
Love that.
I was going to say this is my fault because your invitation did actually get lost in the mail. See, this is the week in the Barry family where we unfortunately celebrate everyone's kind of milestone. It is my brother's birthday. It is obviously Mother's Day, and it is my parents' 50th wedding anniversary this week as well. So
Congrats.
every year, thank you. I don't know. I didn't have anything to do with it. Yeah, to them.
Pass along my congrats is what
Right. But I have to buy 3 cards, and it's just like, okay, make sure, okay, that address is right. That address is right. Okay, that address is right. I put 2 of the cards in the mail without stamps.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I've
So
done that before.
Logan, that was your invite. I forgot to put a stamp on it, and it's being returned
Speaking
to
of
sender right now.
speaking of invites, Logan says, manifesting the AJ Brown trade on my wedding day, June 5th. Lock it in.
Congrats, by the way.
Well,
Yeah.
well, first off, yeah, congrats on getting married, bud. Secondly, that might cause a scheduling conflict with having you. Oh, yeah, right, Katie. That might cause a scheduling conflict with having you on the show. We'll work it out. We'll work it
I'm
out.
sure that you guys can work around slogan. I'm guessing that's just
Yeah.
if you have to move it one day, what's moving a wedding one day, right?
Oh, but also like if in the middle of your first dance the trade goes final, can we also just like can you just FaceTime us? Like you can do it on your phone, right, Nick? Like Riverside, you can stream from your phone.
Perfect.
Just like on the middle of the dance floor, beautiful moment. Just pull your phone up. Your bride to be can even give us her 2 cents on AJ Brown.
Newly married Logan checks in from the dance floor at his reception. Logan, what are your thoughts on the AJ Brown trade?
And Logan, I tell you what, buddy, if you do that, I'll wear full tuxedo. Full tuxedo.
On the top, and then still the khaki shorts on the bottom.
Still the khaki shorts on the bottom. You
I'll
can't
go.
see
I'll
what I'm
go
wearing down
shirtless.
here.
He'll be the start of the wedding day. I'll be the
You
end. I'll go
basically
shirtless.
have, like on half of these episodes of this podcast anyway. There are times where you come on and you're like back from the gym and you have like nothing on. I'm like,
Very scantily clad a lot of the episodes.
Nick, you're yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
I hear there was a big reception to my stringer tank I wore that one day. So
There
maybe I'll
was.
just keep showing off the old chest hair, huh?
On every platform that we broadcast to or post to, there was feedback. We'll just put
Look,
it that way.
every time I'm on camera from more than the shoulders up, there's comments on my appearance. Even my most popular TikTok, somebody random got in there and goes, halfway through the video, the guy becomes jacked. It's like, yeah, because I put my arms up in celebration. Thank you. By the
Also,
way,
one more note
Humble
on-
brag.
on Logan before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Logan and I worked together briefly in a professional capacity, which is very funny because he was already a listener of our show. And then when I did the Super Bowl Radio Row coverage with Galvanize and NBC Sports, I went into a Slack channel and I'm like, that can't be the same Logan Reardon. And then it was. So we were colleagues for like a week, technically.
you're like, oh, hey there, friend. That's awesome. First off, small
And then I
world.
was having to conduct myself professionally, being like, oh my God, he knows like the real version of me that I present
Yeah,
to our viewers
yeah.
and listeners. I'm like, fuck.
That's why trying to stay as authentic as possible is always my best course of action. Logan says, first dance, me and the wife. Second dance, me and the gridiron pod.
I know, that's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Love to hear it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I want to try and Slack Tom Brady. I don't know if he's on Slack, but
If you ever leave,
fellow Fox employee,
if you
I could try
leave
and just
Fox to
Slack
go
Tom.
somewhere
Yeah.
else, yeah, just send him. Hey Tom,
Hey Tom.
just
good
want to
to
say
hear
it was
from you.
great. It was great working with you.
Tom, it's Sean.
Hey Tom, can you wet the towel, Tom? All right, what are the Cavs doing, Nick?
The Cavs are down 9, and I was gonna make a declaration that as soon as they fall behind by 11-12, which is inevitable, I was gonna crack a beer. But fuck it, down 9 is enough for me. And to celebrate the occasion, I have broken out the Guardians beer bat.
Oh my God.
Does it have a stand? Like, can it stand up? No, it can't. You just have to hold it.
No, I just got to left hand this thing, and I'm right-handed. For those of you
The
keeping
beer
track
bat,
at home.
as I have learned, is the most just inconvenient drinking vessel possible. You have to hold it the entire time. You cannot set it down, and if you're not careful, it just goes.
You think
all
I
over
give
you.
a shit right now?
I love it when we have unhinged Nick.
Me
Oh,
too.
I'm spilling.
Up,
Oh,
he's
no,
spilling.
I'm spilling on my
Not
leg.
on the keyboard. Jesus Christ.
I know, I'm trying to avoid the keyboard.
Have you guys ever drank a beer out of like one of those glass boots?
Yes.
Yes, I
There's
have one.
so
Germany.
much strategy to it because the first time I did, I dumped a bunch of beer all over my face.
Haven't
Nick
you
and I
seen
went to
the
Beer
Germany
theater.
Fest?
together, man.
Haven't you seen Beer Fest? You gotta twist the boot.
You gotta
This
turn the
w-
boot.
Nick, This was before the movie Beer Fest came out. I'm your elder. Have some
Katie,
respect.
stop aging yourself. Jeez, I'm trying to do you a solid here. You could have just said, "Oh yeah, I didn't see it till after the fact."
Yeah.
Nick
one
and
of the
I
worst
went to
pours in
Germany
America.
together in,
Yeah, it
in
is.
college, and yeah, we drank beer out of boots at beer halls in Munich and in the Alps and Frankfurt. Yeah, we got around.
That's also how we know each other. Sean and I, we gallivanted through Europe for 2 weeks. It was very romantic.
They've holidayed in Europe together.
Holiday. We're on holiday.
No, we did a journalism
So much
course.
foam.
That was such an embarrassing pour.
Well, yeah, because I was
That's-
spilling it in a carpeted room. I was trying to hurry up and get the contents of the can into the bat,
You could have laughed. You could have walked away for 2 seconds.
I'm wired in, Katie. That would have been a disaster.
He's wired in,
You could
and he's
also
walked
just
in.
pour the beer better.
You're damn right I am. All right, let's move to the second group of questions here.
I was
that we got.
trying to get there by explaining our time in Europe, Nick. It's called a segue because the next mailbag comes.
Oh,
from
tell me more
the
about
continent of
TV,
Europe.
Sean. What is this
What?
roll? It's called. Does it start with a B? B? What's B roll? Is that what it is? B roll? Tell me more, Sean.
It's past Nick's bedtime, I think.
I love when you guys are mean.
I
to each
told you
other.
I was pissed off today. Cavs are down 11, by the way. So
Well,
this is
then it
worth
was time to crack open the beer anyway. Anyway, Nick and I, we had a class in college where we had to go over to Europe and
College.
do journalism.
College.
And two sports guys, they were like, yeah, don't do sports stories when you get over there. We're like, all right, Sean, what are you going to do? I'm going to do a story on the rise of neo-Nazism in former Soviet states. Huh? And Nick was like, I'm going to do a story on the political structure of former Soviet states.
Without understanding anything about politics.
anything at all.
I have a great story about that, but Sean, continue.
But we knocked those stories out of the park. I think we did some great journalism.
We got A's.
Yeah, we both got A's. I mean, I was
Smoked
talking
Cubans?
to parliament members in Estonia. Nick was talking to parliament members. We were talking to.
We went to the head of the FBI or the CIA or the
yeah.
FBI.
It's like all combined
Head of the
into one.
FBI.
What are they
Yes.
called again?
Yeah,
Capo?
not Sean's personal friend, by the
Friend
way.
of the show.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it was called Capo.
I'll leave
and
that one there.
our Estonian friend, I'm not touching that one. Our Estonian friend, our fixer, was telling us like back in like the days after the fall of the Soviet Union, if you were deemed to have like not been loyal or something. Oh, Katie, come
I'm
on,
just
keep me on
don't
track.
even look at me.
Keep me on
Just crying,
track.
laughing. Turn your camera off. Continue, Sean. Focus.
He was telling
Focus.
us that if you got in trouble, you had to go have quote unquote coffee with Capo. And that was basically their way of like dragging you off the street and putting you in a cell and whatnot. So we go to interview this PR guy from the Estonian Secret Service / FBI / CIA. They're showing us all the medals that they have having done, kind of different, I don't know, investigations or like working with the CIA, the FBI,
Fighting the KGB.
MI6 and all this stuff. We're like, oh wow, okay, we had to leave our phone in like signal-proof, glass, bulletproof boxes in the front desk. I'm like, okay, this is serious. And then they come in and they give us coffee. We were literally having coffee with Capo,
We were
and I'm like,
like, shit. We don't know
we're
what
like,
the
crap.
fuck we're doing.
I was outside this building videotaping the front entrance. They are probably holding me right now. Crap.
Yep.
It was a great
A little ahead
experience.
of your
Though.
skis on that one, did ya?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It got worse. It actually arguably got a little bit worse. I'm doing this story on their upcoming elections and how it could affect, the future of their country and whatnot. And I'm in the office of the head of one of their political parties. And it was revealed to me as I was trying to interview and ask, related questions that their political system was different than the United States. I had no idea what a multi-party system was or that they were under one. I
They
thought
didn't have the
everybody-
electoral college.
I'm an idiot, guys. The more I think about this, I've always been an ignorant idiot. Jesus.
But Nick,
I'm
you
in there.
mean so well.
The
You mean
head of
so
one
well.
of the head of what is essentially their Democratic Party explained to me what a multi-party system is in the interview. And if I wasn't a college kid, I probably would have been laughed right out of the building. But luckily I wasn't. But God, what a moment.
So they
By the
do
way-
have an opposition party.
Yes, they do. They have multiple.
Looking at you, America. Not touching that one.
By the way, fun fact: all of Estonia's political buildings are painted pink. If
Oh,
you-
cute.
Yeah, so if you walk past a pink building, it's either an embassy or parliament or
Yeah.
just something in general. Like the presidential palace is pink.
I love that for them.
Yes. Also,
Speaking of the
while we were
presidential
there,
palace, we had dinner with the president.
oh yeah,
What?
no, we had coffee with him. Yeah, we had coffee with the president
No,
of Estonia.
was it a coffee or was it a full dinner? We were around
No,
a big table.
it was like the middle of the day. It was
We had a lot
only,
of coffee there.
Yeah,
Was it
we
a
had lot of
lunch?
coffee. No, just coffee.
Was it a
But, like,
snack?
no, but it was like fine china
It was
cups
the
with like
it was the hold me over.
I also don't understand why Estonia their like badge or like their coat of arms is 3 blue lions. So like they just saw England's coat of arms and they're like, yeah, but make it blue. And very far away from I don't know if you know this about Estonia. It's kind of at the, very top of, mainland Europe there. It's just across the Gulf of Finland from Finland. It's right there next to Russia and the Baltic Sea. So it's kind of like, north. Not a lot of lions there, but all the teacups had like this fine like china and gold on it and like the blue lions. I'm like, I really want to take this cup. Can I take this cup, please? How many beer glasses did we steal from that college bar, Nick? My God.
I don't
So
remember
many.
stealing any beer glasses. I
I
remember
love
drinking a lot of
admitting to
beer.
crimes on the podcast.
Yeah.
Someone from our
tried
class
to take
came
a
back one
cobblestone
night.
through TSA. That didn't work out very well.
Quick
A
aside.
cobblestone?
Katie.
Before we get to our next set of questions. So
This is what the people want, Sean.
In Old Town Tallinn, Estonia, it's like a walled medieval city.
So much just happened on Nick's screen.
I
missed
didn't
it.
twist the boot.
What did I tell you about beer bats?
What
Nick?
did you learn, Nick?
What did I
Holy
just
shit.
Nick? What did I just tell you about beer bats? They are the
Well,
most
we learned-
inconvenient
we
drinking
learned-
vessels ever.
We learned 2 things. You can't chug out of a beer bat, and I definitely have a gag reflex. My God. Holy hell. Woo. I'm crying a little bit.
Nick. That was an
is my favorite
insane thing
episode
to
ever.
watch while Sean was storytelling.
Is there anything left? I'm scared now.
Did you dummy an entire beer? I respect you a little more than I did heading into this podcast.
1 down. Anyway. Sean, continue your
Anyways,
story. Sorry for interrupting, but
Sean,
Jesus.
please do go on.
I don't
Nick,
even
that
know
was
where I
insane.
can
what you
continue from
just-
that.
Well, I'll put us back on track here. Sean, if Katie, I don't know if you know this, but Tallinn, Estonia, the capital of the nation, has an old town. It's like a medieval town. It's walled. It's like an old fort. It's
I
up on a
literally
hill.
just said that.
Okay. I couldn't hear you because I was busy choking on a beer chug. Sorry.
Anyway, there's
Anyway.
cobblestone streets. One night we're out very drunkenly stumbling around Tallinn, Estonia, and Nick accidentally kicks up a cobblestone. And Nick and I are like, whoa, that stone has like been here since like medieval times, man. Like you should take it home. And all the Estonians were like, no, they like repave these streets like every like 30 years or so. Like that's been there for like
They didn't tell me
20
that
years.
that night, and we were also
They-
that was
no,
the
they
night that we
definitely
had
did.
the,
No,
the
they
local
definitely
shot.
Definitely did.
They definitely did, and you were like, "No, it's really old. It's really old." So Nick puts this stone that's like the size like of
Hold
like
on.
both of his fists.
We need
And
some
definitely not from 1992.
We need some context here, okay? It got kicked up out of the road, and I was like, "Oh my God, ancient history! Let's take it back." So I took it back to the hostel that we were staying in, right? And then the last night we were there before we were
I was
set to go
getting
to
to that
Finland.
point.
Yeah, but we needed the context because you
no,
were
we
going
weren't
to tell
going
them
to Finland. We were going to Germany.
we were going to Germany. Okay, that was after we'd already gone to Finland. And the context of this that's important is that the last night we were there, we decided with our exchange students who were so gracious, love those people,
Yes.
that we were going to stay up all night, drink in the hostel with them, and just have fun, and then go to the airport at like 5 a.m. after drinking all night.
Yeah, because we had to get on the bus at like 3 a.m. to get to
So
the
they-
airport. So we're like, why sleep? Like, let's just stay
Yes.
up all night.
So they sell their beers in these big bottles. So we bought a bunch of them because it's cheaper than water. We went back to the room where we just drank all night. Well, late in the night, we decided to finally start packing, and I was like, "Pfft, I didn't even
We
think
also
twice.
had
I'm-
some like blackberry brandy too.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
they like
we
the
were-
blackberry brandy there.
we were getting after it. And somebody was playing guitar in one of the rooms. We were having a good time, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm taking this back to the States, baby. I got a piece of history right here. I'm putting the cobblestone in the bag without thinking that this has got to go through TSA because it's a carry-on and not a checked bag. By the way, this is my first trip on a flight since I was 7. This whole journey. I hadn't been on a plane since I was 7, so I didn't know what the hell you do at airports. So we get up to TSA at the airport, which is like much more casual than the United States TSA. And I'm very drunk, as most of us are. I'd already taken
we
a
are
short nap
all-
on the bus.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep together to get through TSA. And sure enough, lo and behold, they pull my bag aside as we push it through the scanner.
It was
And-
like, by the way, this was his. It was a duffel bag. It was like an old, dirty, like
It
football
was
bag.
it was a Drakkar Noir duffel bag that I had borrowed from my dad. And it's
and
since
this sweet little old Estonian lady, like this was who was running their TSA. This like,
she was
little old lady.
menacing.
But no, she's looking through your bag and she's
No.
just like she
No.
she had this like look and she like pulls out this like giant cobblestone. Yes,
It's worse. It's
I
worse
remember
because she was very aggressive, kind of like one of the old ladies in one of those like Marx Brothers tales in the past, right? She pushes my bag out. She's like, "Whose bag is this?" I'm like, "That's mine." She pushes it out toward me and goes, "Unzip it." And I was like, "Okay." And then mind you, still drunk. And I unzip it and flip the flap open, and she just goes, big reach down into the bag, pulls the cobblestone out and goes, "What's this?" And I went,
He made that sound.
That's a
I remember him making that
cobblestone.
sound.
You can keep that.
And she's
she
like,
also,
you
like-
know, this is from 1991, right?
She also like finger wagged him. She's
Yeah,
like,
she
no,
was
no,
she was
no."
not nice. She was not a
And she
sweet
like
old lady.
dropped it like just punk into the trash can. Meanwhile,
Just,
I'm
just
behind
tossed
Nick,
in the trash can.
belly laughing. I'm like dying laughing.
I'm like, who
you
could've-
dumbass.
Who else but me? So, yeah,
Anyway,
it's in-
that was part of our trip to Europe. And our next set of questions comes from our favorite European viewer / listener, Papa Popper.
it's a
Segue.
long
Hell
list.
yeah.
That was how I was doing this segue. This comes from our good buddy. Is it Matthias or Matthias? I'm gonna go with Matthias.
Or it could be Matthias.
Matthias. Matty R. It's coming from Matty R. over in Denmark.
We're just starting at the top here.
You know, do you want me to? He sent like 20 questions.
I got a fire starter with the first one. Let's just do the first
Go
one.
for it. Yeah, go for it.
right.
Do the first one.
He
We're gonna
asked,
pick
what's
and choose, Papa Popper. By the way, we appreciate you. You've sent us by far the most emails. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you chiming in. Thank
He
you
has
so
a
much for
full
holding
like
down the
point
fort.
scoring
Yeah.
system, which I think we should also let's
Yeah.
extend a formal invite in this exact moment, Papa Popper. If you would ever love to come on for a short segment about, because he's put together a full like stats sheet with all of our F1 predictions through the season, and man, he is like more dedicated to the podcast than we are, and we are very dedicated.
Yes.
So
We
if you would
appreciate
ever
your
want to
patronage,
come in
man.
and speak on it, we are
Yeah.
so grateful for how much you support us. Anyways, that's it. That's
Papa
all
Papa
for me.
Popper's program of prognostication points. That'll be the name of the segment because it's
Hell
way
yeah.
too wordy. Hell yeah. Okay, he says, "What's a food you irrationally hate?" I'm gonna take this off the top. Those of you who have known me for a year, 10 years, 20 years, 5 minutes, and have scrolled my social media deep enough, you know that I hate bacon. It is the
It's a
most
weird one, too.
overrated. It's the most overrated
It's
food
such
stuff
a weird food to hate.
on the
That's a weird
planet.
one to hate.
It's not because it's awful. It's because it's overrated.
Let me
There was
ask
a
you.
period.
The epic bacon period.
Yes, the epic bacon period of roughly 2009 to 2016
That
on
was too
social
much.
media, where everything was wrapped in bacon, everything was compared to bacon. Bacon was sacred. It was the most high. Nothing was better than bacon, and I pushed back because, damn it, that wasn't my experience with bacon. Now, why is my take on bacon so angry?
Bacon take?
My bacon take. Taking bacon.
Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes.
It's because my dad overcooked it when I was a kid, and it was always burned and never tasted good. So I never developed.
Crispy
the best-
bacon is
kind.
how
That's
you
the
should
best
have
kind of
it.
bacon.
No, not.
I don't want
blackened
any of that
bacon.
floppy ass bacon. Don't you even put that in front of
Okay,
me.
Katie.
Not
Katie,
blackened
respectfully,
bacon.
Katie,
I
respectfully.
hate Canadian bacon before you say it.
I love
don't
you,
like
but like
Canadian
your
bacon.
country, unfortunately, you give us this crap that's just little mini circles of ham. That's not.
Yeah,
bacon,
but that's also
sorry.
something that I'm glad that you brought that up, Sean, because this needs to be addressed. We don't really eat a lot of that. Like it's not like that's a thing that Canadian bacon is like. I notice it more in the States than here. I don't
Okay.
really see it on. I see real bacon, like regular bacon.
I
If I
wonder
see
if-
Canadian bacon on something, I'm like, no, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. I don't really enjoy it, but it's not something that like poutine is something that is everywhere, especially in Quebec. That is something that is like considered across Canada. You'll find it everywhere. Very, very specifically a Quebec thing, but that's something that feels way more Canadian to me than that whatever bullshit Canadian ham is
Did
or
you-
Canadian
did you-
bacon.
Did you go full French there for a second?
you never go full French.
I feel like you tried. I've never heard you go French before. You went French there. Putain.
We did with Les Habitants, and then that's when
Les
Nick was like,
Habitants.
"Oh my god!"
By the way,
we don't need to rub it in here.
I do love how because like when the Lightning were playing, and obviously I worked down here in Tampa, I covered the Lightning when they were playing the Habs for the first round series. We got, I mean, swamped by French Canadian media. By the way, they were super
As
nice.
you will.
Yeah, I mean, we were outnumbered 4-1 in Tampa Bay to cover our own team. They were
With
super
budget
nice. They
cuts
were,
on
yeah,
our end.
seriously, they were super nice, super gracious.
That's our skeleton
Like,
crew.
they understood that like they were in Tampa and like they were very nice about that. But like hearing them speak obviously in French Canadian, it was very funny because like you hear the French and then they'll just break out into English words. Like I heard these two guys like something broken lines. I'm like, I took French for 5 years. There are words in French for broken and lines. What? Why is broken lines the two English words you decided to
It's
insert?
the
Well,
same
and
way.
for
It's the same way that you guys
sentence.
went with Les Habitants. It's
Les
the same. It's
Habitants.
the same thing. It's the same thing.
And for absolute clarity, French Canadian and Parisian French are two completely different languages. Because
100%.
I learned from grade 3 to 12, I learned Parisian French, and then I
Grade
went to
3.
Quebec and third grade.
I'm not making you correct it. I'm just pointing it out.
Cultural differences.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Celsius.
and then I went to Montreal and Quebec City, and I felt like I couldn't understand or speak. It was a completely different language to me.
When I was taking French in high school, we were all like, "Oh, we should go to like Montreal and try and our teacher was like, "No, you should not. You will not. Like I'm teaching you French. I'm not you they will not understand you. Like they will barely understand you." And actually to the point I was on like a field trip or no, marching band trip to New York City and we saw like a bunch of French Canadians and we heard them we were at the Met and they did not we tried speaking French to them. They're like, "That's." They spoke English, obviously, but they're like, we don't speak that type of French. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Which, by the way, we should all meet at the Montreal Grand Prix because that is one of my favorite cities in the
Great.
entire world, and I really love that racetrack. Like, it's
It's on an
one that I
island.
want.
It's awesome. With a
Yeah,
casino.
I've had. I think we talked about this on the pod before, but 2 years ago I was in Montreal. I think it was the week after the Grand Prix, and there were so many places we were having like patio drinks, and you're looking over and you can just see the track. It's the coolest thing ever.
That's
I
awesome.
love Montreal as a city. It is so much fun. I love French Canadian people.
To get back on track, the food I irrationally hate is tomatoes. Specifically,
Oh.
raw tomatoes. I will eat anything tomatoes are made of. When I was growing up, ketchup was a food group for me, okay? Especially as a kid growing up in Pittsburgh, where ketchup was basically invented. I had the Heinz ketchup T-shirt. I put it on hot dogs. I put it on
Not
my
the
pancakes. Dude, I put ketchup on my pancakes. When I was in second grade, I made a recipe because we had to do like a little food thing, and so I drew a cookie, and it had red dots on it. It was a ketchup cookie. Yeah, that's how
Ban
much
this man. No, send him to prison. That is
Fire him
awful.
into the sun. We need to abolish Sean.
Ketchup on pancakes? Who the hell
you
do you think you
serious?
are? How dare you?
Are you okay, Sean? You want to
In
talk?
my defense,
There is no defending
no,
this. This
hold
is
up,
indefensible.
No. In my defense, the acidity and the vinegariness of the ketchup mixed
You're
with
making it worse. You're making it
the
worse.
sweetness of the syrup and the
Yeah, that's for
airiness of the
French
pancakes.
fries.
Yeah,
Sweet
it was
and
actually kind of
salty
really
as
good.
a concept does exist.
It
Not
was
with
actually
ketchup
kind
on
of really
pancakes.
good. It was actually okay. So if you hold up, you do some sort of like Chipotle fried chicken, you put it on top of waffles with some sort of syrup. We're then calling it fine cuisine, but I just put some ketchup on my pancakes with syrup. Suddenly, I'm a terrorist.
To our
Yeah.
viewers and listeners, we want to hear from you on this point specifically because
By the way, I have not done this since I was like 8 years old. I'm just putting that out there.
That
This is
doesn't
something
make
I
it
did as
any
a
better.
Child. This was something I did as a child.
yeah,
Anyway,
you loved it enough that you just said, and it is really good. So you still
was really
yearn for
good.
the weird taste of pancakes.
I might
with
do it one
ketchup.
day. Anyway, I hate
You
raw.
have to.
I hate raw tomatoes. I
Okay.
literally like I gag. If like a tomato is accidentally put in a sandwich or a wrap and I taste it, I like dry
Well,
heave. I
you don't-
hate
you don't-
the
you don't
taste
have,
of tomatoes so much.
You don't have Italian in your family, right?
I do.
Well, then you're a disgrace to your Italian bloodline. Just saying.
Yeah.
Katie, did
Whatever.
we get your the
Same, but
food that
only
you hate?
because of my personality and overall character. My it's just so for context, I am very lucky that I don't have any food sensitivities, so I can eat whatever I want. I have a range from like a gutter palate to I will appreciate a Michelin star restaurant and anywhere in between.
Same, honestly.
Like I can appreciate and I love good food. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm a foodie. It's like, yeah,
No.
I like good food. Many
Yeah.
people do.
Being
But then
a
I
foodie
also
is
will
like the
like
bacon shit.
yeah,
I'm a foodie. I love bacon.
but I also like deeply also appreciate McDonald's. Anywhere in between. But the one
there's the
food
rat
that I
in her.
will not touch, fuck beets for real.
Ooh,
They taste like dirt, and then everyone
Yeah.
takes it as a challenge, and they're like, "You just have to have them prepared the right way. Let me make this for you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Still tastes like shit." Like we went to we went drinking around the world in Epcot and Disney World with some of my family. Do you guys know about that concept where you can like stop at every
Yeah,
place
yeah,
and get like?
yeah.
Katie, I live in Florida. Yes. I've done
Oh,
it
okay,
many
yes,
times.
Florida man, Sean, you would know this.
Thank you.
So we're like 12 countries deep. I'm going to this restaurant, and then they heard that, oh, she doesn't like beets. They're like, we will make you these beets in 3 different ways. And one was a beet ice cream, and I wanted to riot. It was so offensive. It tastes like ice cream that was dipped in dirt and then put onto a plate. So the one thing that I irrationally hate, and then it ruins everything else around it. That's the problem too. Because if you pick it out, it's like, oh, but I still seeped a little bit of dirt juice into everything else. But it's red.
juice.
And if you pee the next day, you're going to think you have to go to the hospital.
The first time I had a beat was I was at Steelers training camp when I was an intern at KDKA
On the
TV
Steelers
in Pittsburgh.
beat?
On the Steelers beat.
Ah.
And our chief photog, our chief sports photog was this. Oh, wait, Nick! Oh my God, has a fedora.
Nick has a fedora on.
Ah, what a great joke you made there, Katie. Ha ha.
Where the hell did that come from?
I knew you.
I knew he had it, but I wasn't ready
I
for it.
forgot about
Saving
it, and
it
that
for,
could
saving
have
it
been
for
a better
a
moment to
corny
bring it up.
pun.
I wasn't ready for the fedora.
The seamless transition.
Perfect time to crack another beer. I don't know about you guys.
Oh gosh.
Cavs are still down 11. Oh, they're down 9. Never mind.
We will close out the last 5 minutes of the episode with Nick wearing the fedora.
Yes, we will. Anyway,
I noticed
was
it. It
given- I
actually
was
looks
given-
really bad now.
I
Maybe
was
my
given
head got
beats
bigger.
at a training
too.
camp dining hall by a Dutch photographer, and I hated them, and I've hated them ever since. So I agree with you on that, Katie.
Okay. Thank you, Sean.
I think I've had.
You know what
beets
the other one
once.
is for me? Cucumbers. I don't like cucumbers, and I know that's
Yeah.
a weird one. I just it's not a texture thing. It's just, oh, and celery. I don't like celery either. It's a
All
flavor
right.
thing.
All right. All
So
right.
Sean doesn't like vegetables.
No, I love it. Most of my diet is vegetables, but like just randomly, I can deal with
Just not
cucumbers. It's not my favorite
cucumber,
thing.
celery.
Or tomato.
I was so waiting for it. Tomatoes actually.
tomato a fruit?
Actually, tomatoes.
Actually,
fruit.
actually, there's
Actually.
seeds in it. Oh, it's a fruit. Actually.
All right,
that was a
let's
great
do another one from
callback.
Papa Popper. Papa Popper, by the way, sent us like 20 questions. We cannot go through all of them.
This was before we
here's-
put out the request for the
hold
mailbag.
up.
He just wanted
true.
a segment of get to know your host. So,
So here's another one: pineapple on pizza. Yes or no? This is a quick one. It's an obvious yes.
and people on dating apps make it their personality, and it's so boring. to me.
It doesn't need to be. Okay, listen. If you are from Italy and you are like a diehard for like straight up Napoleon style pizza, that's fine. That's totally cool. But for everyone else in the world that just admires pizza for what it is as a vessel to just eat a bunch of toppings, yeah, pineapple on pizza is phenomenal.
Sean, that is an example of salty and sweet that's normal and less sociopathic.
Yes, and not psychotic.
Just
what
because
about-
it was a Canadian invention, Katie, it doesn't
yep.
mean it's that great.
Have you ever had
Agree,
a
disagree.
fried egg on a pizza?
Yes.
No.
I like
It's
an egg on a lot of
delicious.
things.
Egg on anything is really good.
You know what else is
Look
Canadian?
at us, Katie, just agreeing. Wow, look at us. Who would have thought?
California roll is also Canadian.
No
Look at,
way.
look at Canadians just naming things after U.S. states and not
Ew.
after it themselves.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing for us, actually.
Yeah. Hey, we
Yeah.
put pineapple on pizza. Should we name it, I don't know, Alberta pizza? No, Hawaiian.
All right,
Okay.
next one.
I mean, that makes sense.
Alberta pizza.
What about, hey, here's this
Nova Scotia pizza.
crab and cream cheese roll. Should we call it the Ontario roll? No, it's a California roll. Why? I don't know.
Prince Edward Island roll.
And
Let's do
here's
the
where-
magical world that we want to live in.
By the way,
or whatever
here-
the phrasing was.
here's where his questions got a little like, what was your first ever job? I'm like, are you trying to steal my security questions? What's your first car? Buddy, I don't know.
Actually, you know what, Sean?
What
say
is your
the-
mother's maiden name, Sean? Don't answer that.
Here's a good one. What was your teenage era? Emo, athlete, gamer, class clown. Guys, I mean, I don't even need to tell you. Just on a count of three, just go ahead and say it. Three, two, one.
Emo.
Hold
Except
on.
Hollister
Continue
emo,
talking.
as we
Continue
spoke
talking.
Yes.
about.
Continue talking.
Katie and I were describing this in the waiting room because we were both kind of the same. Our iPods were full of emo music, but our closet was full of Hollister, American Eagle, Abercrombie.
Except I'm much younger than Sean. That's a lie. Nobody fact checked that.
Come on.
Allegedly.
Is it?
But yeah,
Oh,
I was
I feel like I
Sean.
look the oldest on this podcast.
I was
Sean.
What?
How dare you? Sorry, Katie, to cut you off. I have to hold Sean's feet to the fire. He deleted emo Sean in the dorm room, the picture off of Facebook. Damn it! I was
What?
trying to access it.
Wait.
You coward.
What
We'll add
picture?
it post. We'll find it.
The one with black hair?
Wait.
I don't think I've
You had black
deleted
hair?
anything.
Wait.
Yeah, I dyed my hair black before I shaved it off. And I grossly
Did you tag?
overestimated. Yeah.
There's so much I don't know about you, Sean Perry.
I did it every time like there was a big swim meet growing up because I was a swimmer.
Oh,
and at the end of
my
my
God.
first year of college, I dyed my hair black because I'm like, I'm gonna shave it off when I get home.
All
So
right,
I
I
just dyed
found-
it black. But I forgot that there was like 3 weeks left in the school year, not like a week. And I
Oh
was
no,
like, whoops,
Sean,
I got
Sean,
So it
Sean,
was
Sean
just
did this in
fake.
college.
Yeah.
Okay, I have.
What picture are you talking about? I am afraid.
Okay.
By the way, I have lost a significant amount of weight since college, so don't
It's a
go
smart,
easy on me.
smart.
Sean,
Good
you're in a
job.
safe space.
Good job prefacing that. Okay,
'Cause
so
I was a heavy boy in college.
I thought you were a
Buddy.
competitive swimmer.
in
in
high school.
Oh,
So you eat 5,000
I
calories
too had
a day,
a college. Yeah.
and then suddenly when you don't have a competitive sport to train for 7 days a week, and then you continue to eat 5,000 calories a day, guess what happens?
I actually know because I went from competitive dancing for 15 something years.
You were a dancer,
to-
Katie. You were a dancer.
I was a competitive dancer
course
for
she
my
was.
whole life.
No. Oh, I see. Oh, is that why you invited her on the podcast, Nick?
Oh, you jackass. Oh, that cuts deep.
Oh,
I'm
even
getting your
I know
back
this
right now. Everybody enjoy Sean in college with black hair.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Sean.
Ah.
Oh, that was a
You know, I missed that
That
tie. I
was-
think I need that tie back. I like
that
tie.
was deep, Sean. You
The
went
black hair is so good.
many layers deep on that comment.
I mean, honestly, like, look at my hair now. Like, it's pretty dark.
It is dark, but the black hair definitely, like, you can tell it's intentional. It's purposeful.
By the way, my hair is like still like wet from like a shower I took just before we jumped on the podcast. Like, normally my hair is like almost like a dirty blonde.
So I can't find it because I don't know if it still exists. It wasn't
What
in his
emo
profile
picture are you talking
pictures.
about?
So Sean is freshman or sophomore year. I think it might have been your junior year because I think it was in. Were you in Centennial sophomore year?
Junior year. I stayed on
Okay.
campus 3 years. Yeah.
Okay. In his dorm room one year, he took a selfie with sunglasses on and dyed black hair, and it was a legendary photo that is burned into
yeah.
my brain.
No, it's definitely on Facebook somewhere. That was freshman year because I only had the dye black hair freshman year.
Yeah, and I can't find it in this range of
That's okay.
photos. Yeah, of course it's
Sean,
okay. You
we
don't
will
want to
source
see.
it.
But that's emo Sean to me. Like when I think about Sean, emo Sean, that's him.
If anything, I have gotten more emo as I get older because I think all of us millennials have kind of self-realized that, like, hey, it wasn't a phase and it's okay to be emo now, and it's okay to go drop $150 and watch MCR and Evanescence concerts. Like, yeah, that's
and
actually
our
kind of a lot of
generation
fun.
got banged. We've earned it.
Yeah.
We
So-
we got banged so many
got
times without consent.
So yeah, millennials, we need to pass on this one. Okay?
Yeah, no.
I thought that it would have just been a phase for me, and I still listen to so much like Rise Against Me,
Hmm. Ooh, yes.
My Chemical Romance. I loved AFI,
Yes. Yes, preach.
The Used.
Let's go to the next question because we were talking about it before the show.
Wait,
even
I never
started.
answered the question. What
Oh, I
was the
thought we
question?
were. I thought we were just making fun of me. It was. What was your?
Well, I mean,
Nick, you were
yeah.
obviously an athlete.
You can always do that. Yeah, I was. What were the categories?
Emo, athlete, gamer. It could be
choose
anything.
your own
but you
category.
were obviously an athlete.
I was an athlete. Okay, there's your answer.
Shocker. In the least surprising
Oh,
answer
found
in
it.
podcast
Found it.
You
I
were
was
just waiting
like
for
the
that.
quiet little mousy, very competitive good dancer, very quiet, the Hollister girly, and then also very, very emo.
Oh, I could totally see
Two
that
wolves.
duality. I could totally see that duality. Here we go.
I would be in an American Eagle polo on the bus, listening to "Crawling in My Skin." There we go.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah,
God.
man. No,
Hell
Nick,
yeah.
there is one with sunglasses.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing it for St. Patrick's Day, I believe. I think I have a green shirt on with black hair.
Sean,
Oh,
what
there's
would have been in
also-
your headphones this day?
Also, this
What's in
one.
my headphones these days?
This exact day that this photo was taken with that beautiful hair.
I'm gonna guess it is some Dropkick Murphys,
Okay.
some Rise Against, probably some 303,
Okay.
because this was
right.
2011. Which, side note, have you guys seen what 303 looked like today?
No, I don't want
No.
to even visit that.
We're old. We're
I know. I
very
try not
old.
to look into people that.
We're very,
if,
very old.
if you ever want to feel better, just look at some of the people you went to school with when they.
It's
at
not that
this
they look
age.
bad. It's just that they have gray like faces and beards and hair. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
oh, that's what a man bun looks like with
Here we
gray
go.
hair.
How about this
Okay.
one, Sean?
Are we just digging through my Facebook right now, Nick?
I love
Yeah,
that
there we
photo.
go. Katie, if you had to guess what the costume for that party was, what would you guess?
Prep. I mean, something
No.
preppy.
CEOs
I was-
and corporate hoes.
I was being a smartass, and they said it was a white trash party.
Oh
and
my
in my mind, I'm like, the biggest white trash people are like the preppiest people, like the
double
douchebags
pops?
out there. Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
I showed up to the party like that. Everyone else was, wearing like white tank tops and like this and that, or had like a pack of like cigarettes in their mouth. And I'm just like, they're like, what are you wearing? I'm like, this is white trash, man. I was like, when you look like this, you're white trash.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
we did a white trash party too, and I have to send you and this was from when I was like 40 pounds heavier than this era, so you can't even tell it's me, but I will send it to you guys as long as we promise that it never gets shown to the show from our white trash party, because we had the exact same theme and everybody showed out.
Okay, I have two
I-
more to show before we move on, and this is why you need to watch this on YouTube. Because
Why
this
are
is
we
just a
going
great trip
through
down-
my, like,
Because it's all about the
freshman year?
black hair.
I
It's
don't
all
know, but
about
I'm
the
so
black
There we
glad
go.
we are.
There we go.
Sean.
There's our guy.
Yes.
My gosh.
Black hair.
Wow. I'm so glad I lost that weight, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
so am I for
My
you. But
gosh.
it's funny is when you said you were listening to Dropkick Murphys, you weren't lying. The picture group right before this was all from a Dropkick Murphys show. So good on you
Which
for
I got to
having
cover
Wow.
for TV2KSU.
Yes, and one final thought, which is probably why he was in a suit that day. Can you imagine Sean at a Dropkick Murphys concert in a suit like that? One last picture from Sean's photo album
With
before we
khaki
move
shorts.
on. Yes, with khaki shorts, of course. Cargo shorts, definitely beyond the knee.
I
We
don't
got
have
this one.
cargo
We
shorts
found it.
on.
I found it.
Okay. There we go.
Hell
That's not
yeah.
emo. That's more alt rock.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't see anything wrong with that picture, man.
It doesn't hit as hard as I remembered it hitting.
That's some rock and roll, baby. Let's
Reasons
go.
like this are why I deleted my Facebook, because I would be so horrified if you guys went through my Facebook
Yeah.
photos from like 2009. That needs to be buried forever.
Mine was deleted for a long time. I mean, this is kind of dark, but the only reason I reactivated mine was to tell people that my dad had died. And since then, I haven't deactivated it again, but I want to. So, Cavs down 6. Let's go, baby. Beer chug
Beer
time.
time! Don't forget
Safely,
to turn
safely.
it. Turn the boot, Nick.
Turn the boot. Turn the boot.
I'm trying to figure out where it actually happens because, like, if you look here,
It's Nick.
it
it's
goes all the way
because-
down to the handle. So it's somewhere in this range.
No, so when you tilt it up fast, the beer forces itself down and then comes back up this way. You have to be careful. You have to slowly do it.
We're all right, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Let's go.
I learned this because I went to several Fort Myers Mighty Muscles games that had the beer bats. And
Oh,
yeah,
speaking
got a
of
little
which,
tricky.
for something that happened recently, how about the beer skate at was it the Hurricanes game? Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
I
dude.
respect the beer skate because
need a
the
beer
beer
skate.
skate you can set down. Okay,
Exactly.
it's not like a beer bat, or the Buffalo Sabres have a beer saber, but like you have to hold it the whole time. But it makes it a little easier. But the beer
for
skate
those-
you can set down.
For those
Just
keeping
give me-
track at home,
Yeah.
I have been holding this bat for a solid 30 to 45 minutes now.
You've been
so-
holding it the whole time?
Yeah, left hand, got my right hand here, using the mouse, left hand right here. Sometimes I'm pinching it between my thunder thighs, we're good.
All
We're
right.
learning all kinds of things about you
We
tonight.
are.
Nick.
I've learned. Y'all be honest. I've learned a lot about both of you today.
Next question from Papa Popper. What fictional world would you move to?
Can I answer
There are
first?
so many you can choose from. You could go Star Wars. You can go Lord of the Rings. You could go Game of Thrones. You could go literally anything you want. Katie, please lead us off.
Hyrule, except before Link turns into an adult.
There's a little bit
Look
of
at
nerd in there. There's a
look
little
at
nerd in
gamer
there.
nerd Katie coming out.
There's a little nerd in there.
I think we just picked up some new listeners based on that
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, that would be the fictional world I would love to live in, and I would ride around on my little horse, which he was way too young to be riding on a horse by himself. But
No rules. Fictional world. No, rules.
But that's where I would live. How about you guys?
I was saying this in the chat before the show. Like every one of these worlds eventually leads to some sort of catastrophic global kind of catastrophe where a good guy has to battle a bad guy, and obviously the good guy always wins. But I mean, in the real world, that doesn't always happen.
Not if you're bad at the game.
If I move to a galaxy far, far away, I mean, yes, I've got infinite technology, but like also political upheaval every 30 years or so where some sort of terrorist organization has a world blowing up cannon. I don't, there's not a lot of stability there. Lord of the Rings.
Because our real world is so stable.
Right.
Especially
Lord of the Rings.
right now.
Don't know if you know this, but from like the formation of the Rings of Power to like when Frodo and Sam destroy the Ring of Power, like 20,000 years pass and the technology does not evolve at all. It's still swords and horses.
This is my favorite argument against people who are
There's-
like, I wish we could go back and live in the 1800s. It's like,
Like,
no, you
there's-
don't. When people
no,
were in the Middle
no, you
Ages and people
don't.
throwing their shit
No,
in the
you
street,
don't.
come on, no, you don't.
There wasn't a lot
I
of
wouldn't be on this
advancement
podcast
in
with
Lord
you
of the
guys
Rings.
right now.
Um,
I would be doing housework.
Same thing. Same thing with Game
they
of
would
Thrones,
probably would have
man.
burned you at the stake or tried to.
Oh, actually, that part. I would
Burn
have been
the
burned at the
witch.
stake years ago.
I'm trying to think of a world I would want to move to. And I'm coming up empty for all of those reasons because like we always have to see the good guy save the day, and it's like I don't want to live in a
Hyrule.
world.
It's great.
Yeah, maybe default.
You
I
can
don't
steal
know.
a horse if you win a competition.
Yeah, I'm coming up empty. I'm coming up empty. I'm sorry. I'm coming up empty.
It's a fair
Maybe
case,
like-
though. It's
maybe
a fair
like-
point.
Maybe like the MCU, but then again, Thanos snapped his fingers and half of the universe just disintegrated. I don't know. It's kind of a wash here, guys. I think I'm thinking about this too much, but you know.
You definitely are overthinking it. I've invited you to Hyrule so many times, and instead you'd rather just not exist.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna make this decision. Usually, I'm packing my bags and going to Hyrule with Katie. Like,
Hell yeah!
Duh.
Welcome.
duh. Hello. I would also
And
like
this-
to live in a world in which Kevin Durant never goes to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine.
No, I
Alternate
got
universe.
that.
That's okay.
By the way, this is a segue to say that episode 102 will come at you live from Hyrule.
I wish I lived in a world where the Canucks didn't get the 3rd overall pick, and then the Maple Leafs got
Cavs!
the 1st overall.
You're right. That would have been cool. Cavs down 2. Let's go, baby.
That means nothing to Nick, but there are people that just listened to that and went, "Fuck, she's right."
No, I respect. I'm with you.
And
I'm
I
with you.
texted Katie after the Canucks got hosed again for the number 1 overall pick, which was totally not rigged at all, and was like, what have the Penguins ever got with the number 1 overall pick except Mario Lemieux, Sidney Crosby, Marc-Andre Fleury? Yeah,
What did those guys even ever do?
What do those guys ever do?
Okay, so
Right.
I've learned one thing here in this research gathering experiment here because I never actually drank out of the beer bat until now. This was actually just picked up at a Tribe game a few years ago. Make the shot, Jalen Tyson. God damn it. I told you this would happen eventually. Once the game got close, I was going to get really involved. It turns out that no matter how cautiously you try to finish off the beer in the beer bat, once it gets down in the handle and the track gets thin, velocity increases and you're basically living life on the edge.
That's called gravity, Nick.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
I wasn't just an emo. I was also good at science.
a nerd. Yeah.
Nick, as much as I'm glad to be friends with you and support you in all your endeavors, I'm really pissed off that you're watching basketball right now and I'm not watching my team in the second
No,
round.
screw your team.
Fuck you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say fuck you, but that felt really
Yeah.
mean. But no, I actually do boldly stand by that. We were in our group chat. I was saying like, oh yeah, congratulations, the Raptors took you to 7 without Brandon Ingram.
It's a
And
4
then-
versus 5 series. Of course, it's gonna be close.
Oh my god! But nobody thought the Raptors were gonna even make the playoffs. Okay, so I didn't even think they were gonna be there. if
And
I'm
they finished with the
honest.
5 seed, so somebody
And they
had
finished
to.
5 seed, so they exceeded my expectations. But yeah, you made a comment of, oh, Brandon Ingram was really really bad in the first 2 games.
He
so
was.
like, yeah, so he only had up to go from there.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
would have been. This should have been me right now crashing out at my TV.
Another one of Pop Popper's questions as he tries to figure out our security question answers. What movie can you quote by heart?
Oh, Ace Ventura:
God.
Pet Detective is mine.
Nick?
Pineapple Express.
Oh, love
Really?
that.
That's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
movie. That is honestly a great movie.
See what I'm
It
wearing?
is so good.
It's a kimono, dog. See under here? No hair down here. What's that? What's the significance of that? Makes me aerodynamic when I fight.
I'm going to go Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
It's so long.
How the what?
What?
You're just sitting there in a 3.5-hour movie, just repeating lines the entire time.
Director's cut too, 100%.
You have a problem. Seek
That
therapy.
is so wild to me. That
I
doesn't
could-
feel like a quotable movie.
You
other than,
shouldn't
like, with
reveal
one
that.
line.
I
did
can
not see this
quote
coming.
the charge of the Rohirrim verbatim. I'm not
Prove
going to,
it.
but no.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what? You just got killed by a
sword
Daewoo
day,
Lanos,
a red day.
motherfucker.
Ere the sun rises, death.
And everybody has tuned out.
I got so
It
bored
was.
by
It
Lord of
won
Rings
the
that I didn't
Oscar
watch all
for
of them.
best movie, sir.
I know, but nobody wants to quote a 3.5 or however long.
I could do it.
Movie
It's
it is.
phenomenal.
I've
Casablanca,
never
too. I
heard
love
someone quote
Casablanca.
one that isn't like a comedy from like the late 2000s era as their quote. That's so funny.
Oh, also Eurotrip. I could quote Eurotrip.
There we go. Now we're back.
Until the cows come
we're
home.
back
I
in the
could-
pocket.
This isn't where I parked my car. Nowhere near Berlin. Every once in a while, my college roommate and I will still text us. Nowhere near Berlin.
All right, one more question. 2 more questions. What do we think?
Let's
I have
do.
a question for you guys when we are done with Papa's questions.
All right, let's do one more from Papa Popper. Again, thank you for sending this in. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the first thing you would buy?
I wouldn't buy something. I would free myself of all debt. So I know that's not exciting, but that's the
What did
First
I win from
decision
the
I would
lottery?
make.
How much did I win? The Powerball?
Well,
Did
thanks,
I win like
Katie.
$2 billion?
The Powerball.
the Powerball. And we have to watch the news.
Would you like
Everyone has to watch the
Ninja
news
accent?
because of the Powerball.
Grandpa, I want to watch the Powerball.
I don't watch much. This is my
Powerball.
first time on television.
The
I don't watch
Powerball?
much television except for when Grandpa wants to watch the Powerball.
Go Power.
really-
I would buy
Go
the Pittsburgh
Power.
Pirates.
Go
I'd
Power.
buy the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Ooh.
Ooh, I
I
like
would,
that idea.
If I won enough money in the lottery, I would put all of it into buying the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Or at least being like a majority owner.
Yes.
That's a good
I
point.
would
I would
put
buy
together a consortium to buy the Pittsburgh Pirates
Consortium.
and finally
Hell
deliver this
yeah.
team a winner. That's what I would do.
I agree. Yay, verily. I'm with you on that. However, you're gonna have to win a lot of money to buy them.
I think
Katie?
they were valued at like 1.25. It's not that much.
What are you buying, Katie?
My gut instinct is like, oh, I want to buy a private island, but I'm like, but not a nefarious one. Not a weird one.
Not a good
Just
time to buy a
normal
private island.
Katie,
Yeah.
Katie, it's not a good time to be in the private island business right now.
No.
And that's why I had to give that little disclaimer. But a normal island,
Where would your normal island be?
far away from that island.
Well, I mean,
I
okay,
don't know, probably
yeah,
off the
but-
off the coast of British Columbia. If there's any of those for sale, which I hope they're not. I
Wouldn't it
hope
be kind of
they're
a
for
chilly
people,
island up
actually.
there?
Yeah, be a little bit of a rocky and chilly island.
Chilly
Are your
island?
beaches rocky?
Some ice up there.
Get some
Do you have
good
rocky
orca watching
beaches?
up
Do you have
there.
rocky beaches up there, Katie?
Yes, we certainly do. Okay, I have a question
makes
for you
sense.
guys.
Yeah, Papa Popper, thank you. Let's ask each other questions now.
What has been your favorite or most memorable moment on the podcast since it has been of the gridiron varietal? And if you're about to say creaming,
Damn it! Damn it!
which again are words I never thought I would say on this podcast, if you're about to say creaming
Damn it!
Which you did say on this podcast.
for the
You know
third
what?
time now.
You know what?
If I'm in there, I'm like creaming,
Stop.
screaming, crying, throwing up. Like I was. It's the worst one. It's like if I'm in there, I'm like creaming, screaming, crying.
Sean, what do you
Like if I'm in there, I'm like creaming, screaming, crying.
I tried so hard to brush past it and pretend that I didn't just say
No,
I'd be
it's-
creaming, and man, you cross a certain point, and there's no going back. So
Well, luckily you have
got
two
so-
co-hosts who don't let you slide on any of that, and we immediately made the face, and it was over from there.
You got so red.
So red.
yes,
So red. In the next
As red
few
as
seconds,
the tomatoes Sean hates.
you were entirely flushed, which just made us laugh even more.
and that's with wearing makeup. So imagine how red I am underneath the makeup that's supposed to
Your-
cover things like redness.
It was like your neck and like your clavicle. It was just like beat red. I'm like, oh
That was the
my
most
God.
horrified I've ever been in a live setting. Like and like it's with you guys and it's our listeners and it's fun and it's fine. But like in all the times that I've done anything live, which like doing sports radio in a major market feels like a lot of pressure. I didn't do anything like that then. But on the Gridiron podcast, that's where
Aren't
I
you
saved-
so glad that you unwillingly joined the show and then we rebranded? Aren't you so glad you were all a part of this? Oh, by the way.
Do you want the real answer to that, Nick?
No,
Just
I
kidding.
know the
Yes,
real
I'm
answer to
very
that.
Of
Drag
course I am.
Sauce came in the chat a while ago. I didn't show up in Riverside because Riverside kind of stinks. First off, Big B said it was a Chevy Traverse as his first car. And secondly,
yeah.
Drag
Nice.
Sauce says, for the record, we call it ham here when we were talking about Canadian bacon, I think.
Yes.
Anyway.
But then even I've seen ham and Canadian bacon still be different.
I
But
feel
I
like
do, that is the correct point.
the same way Canada named things after U.S. states. Maybe this was like an American thing, and people are like, "Oh, that's not good. Like, I don't like that ham." Oh well, it's because it's Canadian bacon. You know, like maybe we just tried to like shove the blame off of the Canada.
Freedom fries. Idiots.
A wise prophet did once say, "Blame Canada."
That's a good point.
I have a question for you, Nick.
Wait,
what was
you
your
didn't- you
favorite
didn't
part of the
answer.
part of the pod, Sean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're getting nostalgic
it was,
here.
It was clearly. I mean, the first thing that came to mind was screaming. That was easily
That's
head
mine,
and shoulders
too.
above.
Yeah.
I also like every time Nick just doesn't realize like obvious things like Indiana Jones, Copenhagen isn't in Germany, Les Habitants.
That wasn't on the show. That happened 12 years ago.
I know, but we
No,
told
but
the
when you
story
talked
on the
about
show.
it on the show.
It's a 1 point
It was-
game in
it was-
Detroit.
Yeah, sweet.
3-point game in Detroit.
Not less sweet.
Fuck
Yeah,
myself.
no, but I mean, yes, Katie saying, screaming, and like just immediately catching herself. That was the
And
all-star
you and
moment of
I
the show.
also catching it immediately.
Both of us made the same face.
That was the most insane thing I've ever said in front of a camera.
Okay. That's okay. Easily. That takes the cake for the best moment on the show ever.
All right. Yeah, all
Ever.
right. Ask your question, Sean.
Nick, it's a blast from the past, but do you even know?
I'm quitting the
Welcome back.
podcast.
Welcome back to the game show. No, we're doing this. We're doing this.
I know we
Welcome
are.
back to the game show. That was kind of a mainstay for like the first, 40 or so episodes of the Gridiron Podcast, which is, do you even know, where two hosts would gang up on another one and just ask them random questions about a certain topic, and you just watch them squirm.
Them.
Nick,
It was
are you
always
ready?
me. It's all fun
No, it
and games.
wasn't always you.
until-
We would rotate, but we had to stop doing the show because Katie.
I crashed out too much.
Actually, this could be my favorite moment on the show. This is my favorite moment on the show because Katie was terrible at this game. No offense, Katie. So we
I
stopped
was so
doing
bad
it.
at it. I buckled
Because-
under the pressure.
Like we would even Nick and I would even try to make the questions like a little
This
easier.
is a person who actually like really carves out time for Tuesday night trivia too. Let's just put
Yeah.
that out there.
Yeah.
And when I go to trivia, I'm politics, sports, geography, and
Dominates.
sports is one of them. Where every sports question, I'm like, hell yeah, of course I know that. Until
But
I
like
get on this show,
she could not answer a question except for one. Except for one. The Olympics were coming up, so we wanted to give her Olympic questions, and
I
I
quit.
posed the question: what are the colors of the Olympic rings?
Oh.
And Katie, who had never really like even answered a question on "Do you even know?" before, within 5
No,
seconds,
come back, Katie. No, you're not ducking out of this one.
well, on that note,
was like red,
guys,
green,
congrats on
yellow,
100.
blue, black, and she like named them in sequential order from the top left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner, and
And we were like, how do you know that?
you did
'Cause
that really
people
fast,
know
and
this.
and that was in sequential order too. Like, how did you know that? And she was like, I used to date an Olympian who had the tattoo on him. I'm like, oh, where was the tattoo? It was on his chest. Oh.
Oh.
It's never supposed to be that weird.
Oh,
And-
look. I had this moment last night at the gym where I was doing calf raises and I was thinking in my head, I've always long been told that if you want to maintain your balance in an unbalanced situation, you stare at one thing. And apparently Katie was staring at the Olympic rings.
Well, this has been episode 101 of the Great.
Set the record for the longest awkward
That's
pause
the
in
first
show's
time that
history.
I've ever tried to do the sign off in 101 episodes.
I think this collectively right now is my favorite moment of this podcast episode.
This Loki
101.
has been one of my favorite episodes we've ever
I
done.
will say, scientifically.
By the
Ah,
way,
you see?
Nick, you're not a fedora guy. I'm
I'm
trying to
not.
be honest with you, bud.
I
John, we
had
can
this-
agree to disagree. This is
I-
a beautiful
Dude,
look
it looks
on you.
it looks awful on me. I can't put. Can you imagine if I lived in the 20s and you just had to wear this with my big ears and shit? Like this would be terrible.
I feel like the way
Terrible.
that it's sitting on your head isn't good. Try and adjust it a bit. It looks
Tilt forward a
insane
little
on
bit. Yeah, see? Ha.
you. Yeah, you see?
Yeah, see?
It's
Moving
slightly
down the
better.
docks.
It
11
looks
o'clock.
less bad.
No cops.
I don't.
No
I'm not going to
cops.
use better, but less bad pulled forward a little bit.
Nick, just based on your size and stature, you'd be that guy like, hey, see, we're going to go take a ride. See, you're not going to like where we're going. See?
Yeah,
But-
we're gonna meet our
Kate
friends
Caldwell
down at
and
the
Dick
docks.
Tracy.
Hi, trousers, fast talking.
Oh my gosh. Well, since we are coming up on about 90 minutes, I think we can call episode 101 the celebratory century mark of the Gridiron Podcast. Thank you so much.
I have one admission before you say thank you and goodbye. That was the
That was-
first time where I felt like I genuinely upset Katie. And if I did, I apologize. That pause was so long. I don't know if you noticed, my face turned beet red because I was like, oh my God, I crossed the line.
That
No, you didn't at all. This is a safe space among us and all of our friends and listeners. We're in the trust tree.
I was just taking Katie's lead on that. I thought she was honestly pissed. I thought she was actually going to quit the podcast.
I've
for the
never
20th
seen that
time.
expression from her, and I I was like, oh
Exactly.
shit.
Ever want to see what Katie looks like when she's
Acting.
pissed off? Right there. I think it was like
And the Academy Award goes to
1 minute 22 or 1 hour 22 minutes. That was Katie's oh crap face.
I got you guys good.
You did. You
I
did. I'm
unfortunately
sweating now, actually.
I can't quit you guys, and I'm talking about the two of you and all of our friends and listeners. As much as I've tried so many times.
And she has tried so many times. She has tried so many times, but we're like, no, just come on back. It's okay. We literally shanghaied you into this podcast. You think we're gonna let you quit that easy? Come on.
Gonna have to earn it to get out of here.
This has been episode 101 of the Gridiron Podcast. For all of you that have been along the ride for us with this journey, thank you so much. Thank you, Big B, Papa Popper, Logan. Your invites in the email. I promise. I trust our invites to the wedding are in the mail too. Just saying, we love
Did
a
you
good
hear that?
wedding.
He
We
said,
are
he said your
clearly.
invites in the email.
I did.
Yeah, like Logan, I need to get my flights booked. Like now.
Yeah, I said in the mail.
No, you said email, but it's fine. I just want
I
to.
could
Hey, you know
email
how to
too.
work that? You know how to post videos to Facebook? Keep going.
On the Google Tube.
Just saying, we are like
Gmail.
you could literally just send an invite to your wedding to the Gridiron Podcast. We'd showed up. We are clearly a fun group. Just one question: it is an open bar, right?
God, I
Okay, we'll
hope
talk
so.
about it later. We'll talk about it later. But again, thank you to everyone who's been along with us for this ride. It's been great. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to continue to pump out new material, new content, especially on social media, and we're going to hopefully continue to let the good times roll. Again, follow us on Instagram at GridironPod, TikTok at the.gridiron.podcast, and you can email us at thegridironpodcast3. That's the Gridiron Podcast number 3
Damn those
Damn
other-
those other two.
Those other two.
at gmail.com. For Nick Shook, for Katie Caldwell, I am Sean Barry. As always, live life in the fast lane. And we'll see you for 103. 102, sorry. I'm
102.
bad at math.
And 3, 2.
Good night, Canada.
Thank you to everybody here. I was having a really shitty day. And this turned it around. Turn that frown upside down.
I think that was the beer bat more so than us. But either way, I'm happy to partake.
Good night, Canada.
She already sent that.